from All About the House. I have a printable shop on Etsy where I sell printable organization tools such as planners, planner stickers, recipe binder printables, calendars, etc. I also have a digital paper shop on Etsy called Paper Cravings. Got lots of pretty patterns to use to make in your designs if you want to make like party printables, or for example, we're going to make a desktop wallpaper in this video, and I'm going to use one of the patterns from my shop to show you how to make one. So first things first, go to Canva and create a login on Canva. Canva's website is just www.canva.com. It is a free online image editing program. It's similar to Photoshop. It's not as powerful, it doesn't have as many editing capabilities, and some things like aligning images on your canvas can take a little longer to do in Canva, but it is really good if you just want to do a quick project or you don't have access to Photoshop and you need some free graphic design software. PicMonkey is similar, but it is not as good, I don't think, as Canva, because Canva comes with lots of pre-made designs. For example, it's got pre-sized social media graphics. It also has like Facebook covers, ebook covers, lots of pre-sized templates, and within that it also has example layouts that you can quickly tweak. So you could just change out these pictures to your own blog pictures and update the text if you wanted to make a blog image. So that's why I tend to use Canva more often than PicMonkey these days. So if we want to make a wallpaper, we need to know what size we're going to make it. So if you go to whatismyscreenresolution.com, it will tell you the size of the screen that you're using. So my laptop screen is 1366 pixels times 768 pixels. You can do the same thing if you want to make a iPhone wallpaper, so you see it when you've got your screen locked on your phone. And you can also use it for a tablet or an iPad as well. So when you've got your screen size, come back to Canva and go use custom dimensions. So mine was 1366 times 768, and make sure you've got pixels selected, and then hit design. So I've got another video tutorial where I show you how to make a monogram wallpaper, but in this one I'm going to show you how to use one with your name. So one of the easiest ways to do this is to just add a rectangle to the center of your template and then the name over the top with a digital paper as your background. So Canva does have all these pre-made templates, which is pretty cool. So you could use different sections to organize different areas of your life. If you have business, blog, work, if you have a day job, and maybe important documents, so if you want to keep track of your tax documents, your budget, etc. They've got really good pre-sized grids. You can just change the color, add a title, and make a desktop wallpaper that way. Or if you go to elements, they also have things like frames. If you wanted to add a picture and a quote underneath, they've got lots of these as well, without any gap between the images. In layouts they do. And what I prefer to use though is shapes. And then go to the square. They've got all these other different types of shapes too, which are really handy, but I'm going to go with the square. And I want to make it a rectangle, so I'm just going to left click and drag, and then drag it to the edge and move it to the center of my canvas. So when you see these dashed lines appearing across the middle and also vertically across the middle, that means your shape is aligned to the center of your canvas, which is good. That's what we want. So when that appears, you can let go with your mouse and keep your rectangle there. So now I want to add some text. So you could add a name, you could add your favorite quote, you could leave this part blank, have the pattern as the background, and put all your files here in the center. There's so many different ways that you could create a desktop wallpaper. I'm just going to use a name for this one. So if I click add heading, you can use their pre-made like text clusters. I'm not sure what this is called, but these are really good if you're stuck for design ideas. They give you some different ways that you could play around with the text. So I'm just going to use my name. So if I go Rachel and press Ctrl A to highlight all your text, and I'm going to make it white. so it's easy to see against my black background. And I'm going to increase the font to 50. So now if I left click and drag, I can move this to the center. And now I could leave it like that if I wanted something pretty plain, but I want to add a pattern to my background. So I'm going to go to Uploads, and then you can drag and drop in the image if you know where it is on your computer. I'm just going to go grab an image and bring it in, so be back in a sec. Okay, so I found where I've got my file saved that I want to use. So when you locate the file, I'm going to use this pretty pink polka dot, which looks really nice. I'm going to left click and drag, and it will drop it into Canva and start uploading it. Just loading. You can use any patterns that you want, obviously. It doesn't have to just be a polka dot. So it's just loading. I'll come back when it's finished loading. Okay, I'm back. My polka dot pattern has finished uploading. So if we left click, it will appear on our canvas. And if I left click and drag up, I want to bring this to the edge so I'm not seeing any white space. And then I can left click and drag out so that my polka dots cover my entire design. So at the moment, some of my dots are getting cut off. I can see a little bit here, but not as much over this side. So I'm just going to play around with the size until I've got about an even amount on all edges. Might actually increase it a bit. And press the arrow keys to move it down. And move it a bit to the left. No, I'm going to move it up a little bit. Alrighty. That's looking pretty good. Got about an even amount. Oh, smidge more to the left. About an even amount on my left and right dots, and up the top and the bottom. So now I have my wallpaper. If I wanted to, I could decrease the size of this banner across the middle if you don't want to see as much of the black. And then I could just save it like this, or I could add a line, so a white line up the top and down the bottom. If you go to Elements, I don't think they have one pre-made like that, but if we use this one here, we can left click and drag it out and then bring it down, and we could add it to our canvas this way. So if I wanted to add like a stripe, so I could do like navy polka dots with a pink stripe here, and then I could make this white with navy font. You can play around with so many different options that you can use to create a wallpaper. So this one's good for a name. I do have another video tutorial where I show you how to make a monogram wallpaper. If you want to watch that one, I'll add the link below. So I hope you found this video helpful, and when you're ready to save it as your wallpaper, you just go download and save it as a JPEG. Make sure that you save your file. Canva does do automatic backups, but if you get sick of looking at pink polka dots, you could change it out to a different pattern, and if you save it, you can come back, just drag in your uploads your new pattern paper, and then you can quickly update and change out your wallpaper that way. So I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.